Yes, right now. Late. I'm late. I know it. I'm late. Good evening. How y'all doing? I hope you all can hear me. Can you? It's been a hell of a day. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Good evening to all of you who are out there tonight. I see Crazy P. She's always here. Amen to that. Uh, I love your show. You keep it real. Thank you. Thank you kindly. New Jersey is in the house tonight. Somebody says, Kimberly says, yes, we can hear you. Listen, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm glad you all are here. Uh, right before airtime, every damn thing went down. I mean, you couldn't see me, you couldn't hear me. So we had to switch to some other equipment till we can find out what the hell somebody did wrong with that. Uh, so again, I'm glad that you all are here this evening. Thank you, big time. Thank you, Lisa White. Tonight, good evening, R. Guillory. Thank you. I hope I pronounced your name correct. Patricia Banks. Thank you for tuning in from the great state of Ohio. And New Orleans, Louisiana is in the house. The daughter of the king. Where else would she be with here with me? Thank you, big time. Listen, uh, tonight we're gonna go back in time. Um, we're gonna revisit the Emmett Till story, and along with that, we're going to revisit the George Stinney story, and which a lot of people don't know about. And when they hear about it, they don't believe that it's true. I saw Houston, uh, Patricia Banks, I think she's from Houston. Whoever you are from Houston, welcome. It went back and see it. And so, okay. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes, indeed. I love Prince. Prince Roger Nelson. Roger Nelson. Nikki is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you for tuning in. Felicia Clark, she's always on time, I see. I see, what's that, low key, Atlanta in the building. I hope I said it right. My eyes are not that great. North Carolina. Are we talking about North Carolina tonight? We're talking about South Carolina tonight. Okay. Okay, listen. Um, it was un- Let me start out by doing this. Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm a little off tonight because of every damn thing that went bad. His eyes was gouged out. They tied his body to a large metal fan with barbed wire. He was shot in the head. His penis was cut off, stuffed in his mouth, cut his tongue out. And the last thing they did was put a bullet in his head. And he was unrecognizable. Good evening, Detroit. He was unrecognizable. The only way that they could positively identify 14 year old Emmett Till was by a monogram ring that he had on his finger that belongs to his daddy. That was the only way that they could recognize him. It's just, I remember the story like it happened yesterday. I remember when Emmett Till's mother was being interviewed, and she said something to the extent she didn't want him to go to Mississippi, but he wanted to go visit his uncle and his cousins, and reluctantly said, "You can go." Well, as he was running to get on the bus or the train, I remember his mother said he didn't hug her, he didn't kiss her, and she said, "Boy, come back here, give me a hug and a kiss. How will I? How I know if I'm going to ever see you again?" That would be the last time that she would see her son alive. The story has changed throughout time as to what really happened to Emmett Till, 14 years old, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, on July the 25th. Emmett Till desperately wanted to go visit his family, but his mother was telling him stories about how they do blacks in Mississippi. Okay, somebody says it's buffering. God, I hope it stops. I can't stand another goddamn problem. Is it buffering to anybody else? I need a goddamn drink. Goddamn. Good evening, Roberta from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay, absolutely. Somebody says it's absolutely horrible. Okay, I don't. Somebody tell me yes or no. Can you hear me clearly? Yes, Lisa Robinson, you're late. Yes, she did lie. We are going to get to that. Somebody said I can hear you clear. Okay, that may be one of Brittany Bowen's people. You all can excuse me, forgive me. Where I apologize. Where are my manners? If you are here and you're in the Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis fan club, you all can take tonight off because we're not talking about Malia tonight. So I mean, I don't want you all to be here, and this is not something that you want to hear. Okay. Somebody says yes, it's buffering. Okay. Oh god damn Jesus. Okay, let me see what we do. Cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. Cannot. How about now? Is it still buffering? Yes, I can hear you. Okay. Okay. So okay, all right, we're gonna go on. That may be somebody playing damn games. I don't know. But if you're with the Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis fan club, take tonight off. We're not talking about Malia tonight. So anyway, reluctantly, his mother let him win to Mississippi. When he arrived in Money, Mississippi, him and some of his cousins went to a convenience store, a little small grocery store. The lady, 21 years old at the time, Carolyn Bryan, alleges that Emmett Till came in the store, he whistled at her, he spoke to her, and he touched her on her wrist. Well, back then, it was illegal, basically, for you to look at a white woman and you were black. Not to mention, whistle at a white woman. Whistling simply means that someone is turning you on, so you're giving that slick whistle. Black boys were just not allowed to do that. Touching a white woman back then would have had you lynched right in the store. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you, that girl. She says you're not buffering. I think that's Brittany Bowen's fan club people. It's the same damn one. Keep Sandy B, get your ass off my live. That damn bullshit. Go sit your ass down somewhere and eat some goddamn spaghettis. Anyway, they left the store. Carolyn told her husband about a black boy that came in the store and spoke to her, whistled at her, whatever. He was pissed. Naturally, he was pissed. Well, about 3 nights later, her husband and his stepbrother, they got together. Roy Bryant was Carolyn's husband, and his stepbrother, half brother, I mean, was J.W. Mallon. They armed themselves, and they went to Emmett Till's uncle's home where he was staying. Thank you. Somebody said, Mr. Scott. No, Mr. Scott, you are good. Thank you, big time. And so they kicked the door in and they went in. Back then, it's, it doesn't matter whether you let them in or not. It's not an option. It's not open for discussion. We coming in. We're white, you're niggas, we're coming in. And they did. And Emmett Till was in there with his cousin and his uncle. And his uncle begged him, please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Please don't take him with you. Please don't take him with you. Hi, Sonny D. Please don't take it with him. I see SP News Nugget is in the house. I humbly bow to you. Thank you for tuning in to our broadcast tonight. We thank you big time. We do. We thank you big time. I go on her channel and I look a lot, listen to things that she said. She speaks a lot on the Malia Davis case. And it's not that I'm stealing, but sometimes I take some of the things that she say and I bring over here with me. But whenever I do that, rest assured, SP, that I give you your due credit for that. So anyway, the Ku Klux Klan said, we're not going to kill a nigga. We're going to take him and we're going to teach him a lesson and we're going to bring him back. Good evening, Rena. And there was nothing the uncle could do. They took him. 14-year-old boy in the great state of Mississippi. And they beat him. They beat him. They mutilated his body. He was shot in the head. Center blocks on him. So he float down in the Tallahassee River. But about 3 days later, they pulled his body, found his body, and pulled his body from the river. He was unrecognizable. His body had swollen up. And they had done some very, very terrible things to this young man. Keep in mind, when they cut his penis off, he was still alive. When they was beating him, he wasn't dead. The last thing they did, somebody says, I'm not going to do anything wrong. Okay, Sandy B. And 2 white men were later arrested. Taken to trial. Both said they didn't kill him. Both men said they didn't kill him. It took the jury, all white male jury, less than an hour to come back with the verdict, both men not guilty. They let him go. Okay. About, I think, a year later, both men gave an interview to Look magazine, protected by the double jeopardy law. Both men admitted to the reporter We killed it. We did it. And there's nothing once they said that that could have been done again because of the double jeopardy law. Somebody said evil, heartless people. Amen to that. Um, his mother insisted on an open casket, and her family and civil rights leaders and others were begging her not to do that. You don't want them to see your son like this. I mean, you don't even recognize it. His face was all messed up. If you want to see pictures of uh, Emmett Till, we've uploaded some on our Injustice Investigations Facebook page. We uploaded some a little while ago, and when the show ends, we're going to upload some more. They begged her to close the casket. She said no. Why you don't want to close the casket? California, how you doing? Bolton. She said, and I'm paraphrasing, I want people to see what they did to my son. I want them to see what they did to my son. It took a strong Black woman to see it that way. And let the world see what the white man did to her 14-year-old son. Thousands of people attended his funeral. They came from all over to see Emmett Till. Well, some years ago, I think it was 2017, the white woman. Yes, Key, it was his birthday. You are indeed correct. Roberta Rich said, yes, I wanted everybody to see what those animals did to her son. Exactly. Miami's in the house. Good evening to you as well. Um, and they saw her son, Emmett Till, in the casket, unrecognizable, eyes gouged out, tongue cut out, penis shoved down his throat, bullet in his head, simply because a white woman named Carolyn Bryant told her husband some things that um, Emmett Till allegedly did to her. In 2017, the story took a turn. Then she was, I think, 82 years old. She's written a book about it. She says, this is just not happening. I don't know what's going on. I want to make peace. I feel bad for what happened. So, what do you mean, Carol? You told the truth, right? Not really. What do you mean, not really? He didn't do it. I lied on it. I lied on it. I lied on it. When I heard that day, that messed my entire day up. Because you should have, as far as I'm concerned, you should have took that to your grave. We didn't need to know. We did not need to know. And if she was looking for acceptance, self-pity, forgiveness from the Black community, she may have gotten it from some, but the majority of us said she need to be locked up. I don't give a damn if Carolyn Bryant had 1 hour on planet Earth to live. Her lying ass should have saw the inside of a jail cell, and from there she should have went to prison. Emmett Till's dead. Emmett Till is dead because of a racist, lying white woman. He didn't do it. That gives the family no comfort. Now I was listening to what one of Emmett Till's relatives was saying today, he was being interviewed a while back with Roland Martin, and that wasn't no surprise to her that he didn't do it. They knew he didn't do it. But based on that lie, 14-year-old Emmett Till from Chicago, Illinois, life came to an end in the summer of 1955. Came to an end. If you can imagine the pain that that little boy went through. I mean, I'm not just talking about what they did to him, the pain of them coming in the house with their guns, with the crosses being burned, with the sheets on, terrified. And it drags him out of his uncle's house. And it's not a damn thing his uncle can do. Fight against us, and we'll do it to you. He never was seen alive again. They sat in court, the two white men, smirks on their face. They knew what was going to happen without a shadow of a doubt. They would be acquitted, and they were. Less than an hour. Less than an hour. He was found. The men were found not killed. Her memoir is said to come out in 2036. She will be 100 and some years old. I'm sure she will be dead. Uh, she's in somewhat hiding, you know, rightfully so. I still believe she should have took it to the grave. She should have taken it to the grave. I remember what his mother said. I said, boy, come here and give me a hug and a kiss before you leave. How I know if I'm ever going to see you again? Legal doesn't always mean right. Say it again. Legal doesn't always mean right. It doesn't. Back then, when you heard the word lynching and legal in a sentence, it was right. It was right. In their eyes, it was right. But a white woman sent an innocent black boy to his grave. Not just to his grave. What they did to him, if we say it was painful, we all know that would be an understatement. That would be an understatement. Very sad time in history in Money, Mississippi. I don't know whether many of you know it or not, but there's strange fruit still hanging from the trees. I'm talking about as recent as a few months ago, I think in Mississippi, a black man was found hanging from a tree. That never ended. It never did. We've done several stories on black men being found hung from trees, uh, probably for maybe like 5 or 6 years. We've done probably at least maybe 4 or 5 a year, if not more. And every time they killed themselves. One guy, there was nothing up under him for him to stand on. And so his family, he hung himself. And so they look, how could he have gotten up there to hang himself? There's nothing down here. He's gonna die. Strange fruits still hang from the tree. I heard a senator said one time, I don't know if he was drunk or not, this was a few years ago. He said, I'm so glad to see racism in this country coming to an end. I don't know where he lives. Uh, I'm trying to hear you, but I'm sick of the buffering. I don't know what's going on with people. Some says buffering, some says not. So I have no earthly idea what's going on. Okay. So he says racism is coming to an end. Well, let me say this to you. Racism has been in this country since day one. Racism still exists. Racism will exist when we, the people, exist no more. So the only thing we can do is to educate one another on how to deal with it because it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay, just like slavery, never ended. Just found another way to do it. It's simple as that. And I get upset with black on black crime when there's a killing involved because, in my opinion, the white man don't need your help to eliminate us. He's doing that by himself, and he's doing it quite well. He don't need your help. And with the Black Lives Matter movement, I really think those that are over it must try to speak and convince black people that Black lives matter. It's as simple as that. I don't hear the Reverend, and I respect him to the fullest. I've interviewed him, I think, 2 or 3 times. I respect him to the fullest. But rarely do I see them come out in the NAACP when it's black on black crime. That's not going to get them paid. It has to be someone of a different race where they can get some attention and get paid from that and get recognition from that. So all this pro-black this and pro-black that, take that shit and stick it up your ass because a lot of it, when you pull your damn pants down, you got made in China tattooed on your ass. Black this, black that. Bullshit. It's just bullshit. If we ever want any other race to see us in a different light, then we must first see ourselves in a different light. Then we can convince white people that, oh, we love one another. But as long as you niggas, and I said niggas because we have niggas and we have black people in this country. And as long as you niggas keep doing what you're doing, things will get worse for black people. Daily, you continue to let the white man use you to degrade and kill your very own. You can't see what's going on. You're too close to the mirror to see what the hell is going on. Good evening, Miss Hill. I'm gonna tell you another story here, the last one, and this is it messed me up when I first heard about it many years ago, and I didn't believe it. I had to research it because this came out. This did not happen. I know that, but it did. It happened. It did. It did. Um, if we don't look out for one another, who will? The only thing that's worse than the Emmett Till story is the Emmett Tills that we don't know about. They didn't get no recognition. There was no publicity with them. There were no book deals, no movies about them. That's what's worse than the Emmett Till story. That's what's worse than Emmett Till story. We have come a long way in this country, but things in so many areas still remain the same. Still remain the same. You got rights to sit at the front of the bus when you get your ass on the bus now. The first place a black person goes to the back of the goddamn bus. You know they changed that rule. You don't have to sit back there if you want to come up. Oh, you good? Okay, all right. What I'm trying to say is that we didn't get being free easy. Some people marched, rallied, took beatings, went to prison, and some even paid the ultimate price. They were killed. They were killed. So you could walk into a front door of a white business. They did that. They did. You can go anywhere you want to go now. or not. But you have to realize that it didn't come easy. And you'll be fighting to stay free until the day you die. You got black politicians, black city leaders, black ministers, not all. Clarence Thomas, they're all black, but they come with a white agenda. Their views change once they get a certain position. They can't see what you and I see anymore, or they just refuse to see it. They don't acknowledge us. They don't acknowledge us. They are more of our symptom than our cure. Slave mentality, crazy Pete. You're absolutely right. Go back a little further. Willie Lynch came on the scene. Here's what Willie Lynch told him, and I'm paraphrasing. When I came into the city, I got a whiff of death, and I looked, and I saw valuable livestock stretched out like that. He said, "Y'all crazy. You're killing your livestock. That's your money. Don't mess up your money. Here's what you do. Don't kill them all unless it's absolutely, positively, unquestionable, necessary." Willie Lynch said, "Here's what you do in a very methodical way. You got to put niggers against niggers." Remember, back then, we was 3/5 of a human. So here's what you do. Here's what he told them. Banks of Virginia, he said, "I want you to uh, get the skinny guy to degrade the the fat guy. Then I want you to get the light skinned to put down the dark skin." Tell me, what the hell is that going to do? Well, they're going to be so busy bickering with one another, tearing one another down, that they have no choice but to trust only in us because we are white and we are superior. So you put them against one another. And if you execute the plan right, it will work probably for 400 years. Willie Lynch didn't lie. His plan is still working to this day. We always got to be one up on another. I visit a lot of YouTubers' channels and I watch. A lot of times I share their videos on my Facebook page. Someone's asked me, "Well, why do you do that and stuff? You helping them." That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I don't have a problem with somebody achieving things, achieving their goal in life. And if I can be a help to that, I'm going to be a help. I have no insecurities. I speak about them. I recommend their channels. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody. Everybody has a part to play. But we let white folks use us to degrade our own selves. I'm going to say this here, then we're going to get to the next story. A lot of y'all might unsubscribe when I say this. You're going to get pissed off. Jim Crow, exactly. You're going to get pissed off. You don't see Iranians. They're coming our neighborhoods, put up the goddamn candy store, the laundromats, the wig stores, and all that fake bullshit. Now watch this. Oftentimes you're going to see a sign up, but when you see it, it's too late. It's a sign in there saying, "No refunds, exchanges only." They know that's bullshit. And they know you're likely to bring it back. So when you bring it back, that's when you see the sign. "Oh, I saw that you got no reason, but no, I let you something else. No, no. What's wrong with that? It was fine when they left. All they want is your money. And then when they treat somebody black bad, fight with them or push them out. Let's protest to get them out the neighborhoods. Your ass had protest when it was trying to come in the neighborhood. You wouldn't be trying to protest to get them out. They don't trust you. They stores are like fucking jails. Barbed wires, all kind of locks and shit. They pull up in Mercedes, BMWs. They'll put their business in our neighborhood, but they will never let their wives let pillow meet head in a black neighborhood. They go into the suburbs. And some black women rush in there like white on rice, buying that bullshit. You don't ever see an Iranian or a white woman running into a black department store to deny her own fucking race with all that synthetic bullshit that makes you itch if you get too close to it. It's okay to be black. It's okay to be black. That hair fake, the jewelry fake, city trend. You carry your ass to a nightclub, probably 8 more women out there. Y'all got on the same fucking outfit and y'all mugging each other. Really? If you shake it too hard, if you shake it too hard, if you shake your ass too hard on that dance floor, you're gonna be buck ass naked with that cheap shit. You go to City Trends, Dollar Mania. 1995, you can get 4 uniforms for children, and you run for that shit, that cheap shit. Then you have the audacity to go spend $100 and some on some fucking Air Jordans. Where's the logic at? Here's what I'm trying to get you to see. I know y'all don't like this. Here's what I'm trying to get you to see. Respect yourselves, and others will too. You got black women coming out with blonde hair, pink hair, blue hair, silver hair. I remember when girls was 12 and 13 years old to wear a wig, you would be talked about, made fun of. But now, cut your hair down to your ass. To be at the bus stop, ain't no wind blowing. Ain't no wind blowing. But they got that damn synthetic shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Listen. The same shit that they sell, y'all, you can sell yourself. They get wholesale license, go to Dallas or wherever, buy that cheap shit, find a building for $1,200 a month to lease, put all that bullshit in there, and then here you come. And in a lot of them, in a lot of their stores, watch this. I see y'all ain't hitting that like button. Y'all don't like this shit. See, look at this. A lot of them will have to hire a black girl to work in the store with them. Why? Because they women can't relate to our women. And if they women say the wrong thing to one of our women, you're going to beat the bushes out their ass. So to protect their wives, they'll bring a nigga in. Sometimes that girl or that guy can't touch the register. They can't touch the register. Why? You don't trust her. But you'll still do this here. You gonna get that belt? Say, yeah. Okay. What you doing? I'm right now, every time I sell something, I recommend I get a little something out. Really? That's sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this here. I get cash too. Listen. Michael Jackson told you before he died, they don't really care about us. They don't. It's time to be black again. If you want to add a little bit here and a little bit there, then that's fine. But don't do an overkill. Stop giving your money to people who don't give a fuck about you and your family. And I'll tell you something else. Me and my brother was talking about this a while back. If you go in that store, you buy a drink or something, soda chips, and the change is like 8 cents, right? They just closed the register. Give me my goddamn 8 cents. Give it to me. You go in there where they're taking the food stamp card. You buy something costs $3 or $4. You don't pay it any attention. They'll ring it up for $20.08, and you don't know it. That's how they operate. Somebody said, Tammy says, that's why I quit buying this shit. They don't give a fuck about you. It's bullshit. It's okay to be black. It is. You got fake hair. You got fake nails. Some of you got fake asses, fake boobs. Your outfit fake. The perfume fake. The jewelry fake. Your purse fake. But you have the fucking audacity and said, I'm looking for a real man. Oh my God. Really? Oh, you now. You don't say. You don't tell. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Deal with it. I love y'all still. If y'all unsubscribe, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. You know the way I see it. But keep in mind, I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. But you got to realize this here. You got to stop denying who you are. You have to start embracing your heritage. You have to. Stay out of their shit. They don't give a fuck about you. They just want your money. And if you 5 cents short, oh no, I got to pay the bill. You know, I wish I could. I come in here every week. I know. I tell my husband, the girl come all the time. But I can't do nothing with the. What do you want to put something back? They ain't gonna let you go. I never spend my money in stores that said no refunds, exchanges only. I never spend my money where I know it's not me that's welcoming. It's my money. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't. And I love it when I see a black woman on TV or through social media, or I meet that is indeed a black woman. I'm not saying it's wrong for you to put on synthetic hair versus genetic. If that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But try not to do a overkill on it. And also remember this: your ass ain't white. So quit buying that goddamn hair starts here, goes down to the back of your goddamn knees, and some of your hair, the shit so fucking crooked, you see the new growth that's nappy, but you don't give a fuck. Some of them sleeping that shit. They sleeping. I knew a girl once when she took her rings off, finger was green. Let's get on to the next story so we can get out of here. George Stinney Jr. was an African-American teenage boy convicted at the age of 14 for the murder of 2 young white girls. The girls ages 7 and 11 in 1944 in George's hometown of South Carolina. He was executed by being placed in the electric chair June of that year, and he was 14 years old. If you want to see the video, when they did the movie, it's on YouTube and on my Facebook page. The court refused to hear his appeal, and the appeal on his behalf to the government for clemency was denied. I remember this story well because his family, his mother, could not come and see him before they executed him. And to this day, he is the youngest person in history to ever be executed. He was convicted of first-degree murder of 2 white girls. I want you to hear me good when I tell you this. If you've never heard this story before, listen to me now. He was executed, put in the chair for the murder of two white girls that they later found out he didn't do, and they probably knew then. It took a jury, an all-white jury, less than 10 minutes to come back and said, guilty, death by execution. Less than 10 minutes. Guilty. Picture him crying, walking to the chair to be killed. He was so small, so tiny, they had to literally put books up under him so he can sit in the chair. Youngest person in history ever to be executed. And they were so mean and racist back then that they wouldn't let family come and see him before they executed him. The girls had stopped by where he was at. They was on bicycles and asked him about some flowers. And he told them where the flowers would be at. They were later found dead. And he was charged with their murder. It is sad. SP News Nuggets. You're right. It is earthly sad. It is. It is. 14-year-old black boy executed. Executed on a lie. And I remember they said, "Can I see my mama?" Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. They killed him. They said he confessed to the crime, and if he did, we don't know for sure. It was coerced for him to do that because we know that he never did it. He never did it. The uh, the white girls just asked him for what a certain flower was, and I think he asked something like, "Why do you want to know?" And they told him. He told them where the flowers were at, and they went there. They went there. The girls was last seen riding their bicycles, looking for the flowers. They said the girls had been beaten with a weapon. Some said it was a piece of a blunt metal or a railroad spike. And if that would be the case, I don't think he could have picked that up because he was so small. I don't think he could have. They said there were different wounds all over their bodies. They had been inflicted with a blunt force injury to the head. To the head. They said it was about the size of a hammer. Both girls' skulls were fractured. The medical examiner said there was no evidence of sexual assault to the young girl, though the genitals of the older girl were slightly bruised. These are some of the sad stories in U.S. history when it comes to us. When it comes to us. Realize this. Respect is never given. Respect is always earned. And if you want someone to respect you, you have to first respect yourself and then give them something to respect. It's as simple as that. You notice throughout life, let us not forget Pearl Harbor. Let us not forget 9/11. But when you bring up slavery, well, that was happened so many years ago. You don't want us to talk about it, please. We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. Next couple of weeks, we're going to bring you some more disturbing stories of what happened to young black men during slavery that they want us to be quiet about. Realize this, people, before we go. I don't care what job you have. I don't give a damn if you're a doctor, a banker, a radio host. I don't care how impressive your resume is. You are in that position because civil rights movements made it possible for a white person to read your very impressive resume. You're not there because they really value you. You're there because of affirmative action. You have to put one in there. Don't think because you go to on lunch break with them and you bring your damn rich crackers and one ball egg that you with them, that you are one of them. And you know that's not the shit you eat at the house. Bullshit. Stop denying who you are. If these stories got you upset, my mission for the night has been accomplished. We answer to nigger. We answer to boy. We answer to Negro. Hope I didn't miss one. And the last came up with African American. He's an African American. I'm not no goddamn African American. I'm black. Stop letting people label you how they want to label you, and you respond to that shit. Now, last but not least, look, watch this here. Now, I'm gonna get on the guys too before we get out. I was late starting, so I think we're doing good. When I use the word nigga a lot of times, either I'm really pissed or I'm trying to make a point. But here's what I think is so very super stupid, immature, diabolical, and just outright fucking dumb. When I see brothers greet one another, what's up, my nigga? What's up, nigga? Shit, yeah, get in there, nigga. This my nigga, right? This my nigga. That's how you greet one another. Do you know how many niggas was hung under the word nigga? Well, we done took it. We done made it into something good now. It don't mean what it used to. Prove it. Prove that. Because I just don't believe it. How can you make it to something good? That's a derogatory term. Man, I ain't care what they did back then. I ain't talking about back then. I'm talking about now, jackass, dumbass, Mr. Lost. Stop greeting one another with that shit. My nigga. Such a nigga. But they do have niggas and they do have black people. Stop doing that. But when a white person calls somebody a nigga, what he say? I wish that motherfucker said my goddamn face. Or Richie called me a nigga. Little boo-boo just calls you a nigga and you dapped him. Well, see, that's different. That's not different. That's nothing different. That's you being fucking lost. That's you being programmed to downgrade your own people. Do you know why it's so easy for some black men to walk away from the responsibility of taking care of a child that they have brought into this world? It's easy. But do you know why it's so easy for them to do that? Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad you asked. Doing slavery. Get that field nigga right there with the muscle. Go get that nigga bitch over there and bring it to me. Take her in there. Could have been his sister. Could have been his mom. Fuck. Go in there. Fuck her. Put it in her. Impregnate her. And get your ass. And then stayed with the black man. So a lot of times he feels nothing terrible when he walks away from that. Not with all black men, but some. It came from there. Everything that we learned evil-wise, we got it from them. So I can impregnate you and walk on by. And don't have to worry about taking care of a child that I created. Somebody says it's the same with the rap music. They degrade one another in the rap music. Get out there. You go into the nightclub. And I kind of like Lil Boosie. He says some positive things, kind of like Tupac, but you been on a goddamn dance floor and you're dancing and Lil Boosie said, if you my bitch then. So when you come home from the club and your man, or whoever he is, till you call you a bitch, what you call me? I ain't no bitch. My mommy ain't no goddamn bitch. That ain't my name. Well, you got your ass on the dance floor going low, low, low when they caught you. So I'm confused. I'm confused. SP said I'm preaching. I'm just confused. Either you are or you're not. But Lil Boosie don't know you, right? No, you don't know me. I know you. Come on now. Come on now. I know you. But it's okay for Lil Boosie to say it to you. But when I say it to you, the whole goddamn police department got to pull up. Because he don't know who he fucking with. I ain't no bitch. Well, why you got a t-shirt on instead of add this bitch? Unique Berry says, I'm confused too. We got to get ready to get out of here, but we was scheduled to bring you Emmett Till's story last night, but we couldn't. Um, if you haven't done so already, go read up on the Emmett Till story uh, on George Stinney back in 1944 in South Carolina, and how he was executed for the killing of two white girls but he never did. He never did. He never did. And they later admitted, no, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. So I tried to tie all that in there together so you can see the plot. You can see what they're doing to you. Basketball wise. Uh any fucking reality show with these black women. Watch this show. SP News Nugget. Tell me if I'm wrong. You black people are now allowed to create their own movies and shit. You get these reality shows with these rich black women, and all of them turns out to be hoes and prostitutes. They up in front of the camera with a double D, triple D, 44D breasts right there. I can't see her for the big titties. And they're always dressing like a fucking hoe, or they're in Lil Kim's entourage. And every time they go to dinner, I hope that bitch don't show up. And the bitch show up and they fight. And there's another dinner 2 nights, 2 nights later. She just been like, and the girl shows back up. Who does that shit? Who does that? These folks got more goddamn problems than Donald Trump and don't fucking know it. But white women don't come on TV. I've seen some, but the majority of them, they don't do this shit. They're not gonna come on TV and degrade their own race, themselves and their husbands and their families. You got these black women that's filthy fucking rich, but they let the white man come on and destroy them, and they can't fucking see for looking. Fuck the almighty goddamn dollar. If that's the way you gotta fucking do it, come up with something else. Every time it's a fight. You go on a cruise. Why in the fuck would you go on a cruise with anybody that you don't fucking like? And you out there in the middle of nowhere where all that goddamn water at? Create something. Create something good. Because one day, history will say something about you. And before that happens, I don't care what you do in life, people are going to talk about you. They're going to talk about you. Whether you hear them or not, they're going to talk about you. But listen, when they talk about you, just make sure of one thing. They're telling a lie. That's it. They're telling a lie. It's as simple as that. We respect the black woman if she's worthy to be respected. And I'm not going to sit here and say we all are kings and we all are queens. You call it that? The prostitute is a queen? The pimp is a king? No. Stop telling them that bullshit. That's not what I don't see it in them. Stop bullshitting people. I'm going to do a show one time. I'm going to call it If We Were to Tell the Truth. If we were to tell the truth, wonder what would happen if we were to tell the truth. You're lost. You're lost. Your priorities are out of order. You've been positioned, but you need to be repositioned because you've been positioned wrong. And it's time to uproot the lies that has been instilled in Black America. Find out who you are, and you'll know what not to answer to. It's just as simple as that. SP says it's a conspiracy to make us think it's normal and natural to feel and express our way in negativity. Let me tell you something. If you don't say nothing else tonight, you just preach. That's it. That's it. That she hit it on the head. This has become the norm, and it should be alarming to you, especially when you have children. Oh, this is just acting. Fuck that. Halle Berry, the first Black woman to receive an Oscar for laying down fucking a white man. She fucking hoe, and we applaud that. Really? They didn't call Oprah to play that scene. Had they called Oprah with that bullshit, that producer probably be in McDonald's working right fucking goddamn now. The first Black woman to receive an Oscar was Halle Berry, and she received it for laying up fucking Billy Bob. Ha ha ha! You gonna make me feel good, Billy Bob? People, stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. Love yourself. Stop calling one another. That's my bitch right there. That's my nigga right there. Stop it. Get yourself together. Find out who you are, because you can't fit in everywhere. And by all means, stop denying your race, running into the stores buying this bullshit. Stop it. Just that simple. I love you. As always, we thank you all for tuning in to tonight's show. Be it the Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we will return. Until then, as always, I thank you all for tuning in to tonight's show. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get out of here maybe in a few days to go to Houston. I don't know. We're waiting on some more things to happen. We want to go. We do. But hopefully, we'll be able to tell you this weekend whether or not we're going to be able to go to Houston, Texas on behalf of Malia Davis. And with that being said, realize that your donations not only keeps this channel on air, it's not only for Malia, it helps us do what we need to do to bring stories to you and fully investigate them. So if you can, we ask that you donate. If you pay Xfinity, goddamn, give me something. Shit. Come on. So it's Cash App, Alfonso Scott, $ Eddie Mays Boy, PayPal.me/injustice gotcha. And we are looking forward to doing bigger and better things to make it better for all. This is not a Black channel. This is a people channel. I fight just as hard for whites as I do for Blacks, but we can't. We have bills that we have to pay. We have to pay the light bill, the cell phone bills, and different things like that. So, and we're very transparent. Anything you want to see, you call and ask. We'll email it to you, or however you want to see it, we'll do it. We'll do it. But we have to have something coming in. We just brought on another lady, and people have to eventually be paid, because if they're not, then they won't work diligently to help me get the information out that needs to be out. Again, we welcome the new host and program director, Miss Jade. And you can reach us both at 1-888-357-3334. Extension 1 is me. Miss Jade is 1-888-357-3334, extension 3. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigations. You all enjoy your evening. Thank you. No.